and nobody I know knew about it, and I know that commissions were involved, and that's great, but individual residents, nobody I know knew about it.
It was public hearings are advertised?
I know they're advertised,
What do you
but
want us to
people
do? You want us
don't
to-
know what a
You want us to
comprehensive
lead them, you
plan.
want us to lead them by the nose to the meetings?
So this is like what I'm talking about culture-wise. If people don't know what a comprehensive plan is, and it actually leads their community, they need to be educated about it. And I'm here asking you to provide opportunities to educate people, and I'm telling you there's methods that
And
are
I'm
used.
asking you to have your group meeting, okay? And then say, hey, there's a meeting on the 15th. There's a meeting on the
Right.
15th. Let's all go to that meeting on the 15th.
Right,
And when
and
you
what
guys
I'm
meet,
asking
I
is,
promise you, I'll make sure that
this
everybody
is
gets
the-
to ask any questions that they want to ask.
this is the first time I've heard that there's a meeting on the 15th.
We just set up the meeting on the 15th.
Right. What I'm asking is, can we have experts come to an educational session that isn't tied into a high-stakes, formal council-type meeting? That's what I'm asking.
Can I?
Go ahead, Terry.
I think, I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, like you said, people can't come because they have dinners and they have families.
Mhm.
Tom has 2 children that had to be here at the meeting tonight with his wife. And so they have commitments, plus they have their regular meetings they need to attend.
Mhm.
I don't think we can ask that much more of them to come to additional meetings. I understand what you're saying with workshops, because I can remember years ago going to the high school in the cafeteria, going to workshops, what direction the town was going.
Right.
And if you choose possibly on this 15, if your group comes to these tables, and maybe we as counselors go to each table and listen to what you're looking for, and each table can come up with a list of Post-its, as you said,
Mhm.
and then bring them to the planning board or to Mr. Kravitz to try and pull it together. Right.
They're going to be here.
They'll be here, but I think what she's saying is people coming up with specific questions. If you can prep your group before that meeting.
Mhm. Yeah.
Well, why don't you get a list of questions from your group? Yeah, you get a list of questions from your group, and then you clearly have no problems with coming up to the podium. You
Right.
can present
What
those
I'm
questions.
asking is there an opportunity for people who are leading the comprehensive plan revision to come and convene with the people who want to know more about it?
I'm not going to ask anybody to commit right now, but it's something that we can discuss. I'm just not going to put anybody on the spot and ask to commit right now.
All right, well, what's the follow-up?
Excuse me,
Who
yeah.
am I gonna-
I can commit that Mr. Kravitz and I will do our best to attend one of them.
There you go.
Okay, so thank you. So I'll send an email with like some proposed dates and see if one that will work for you guys. All right, thank you.
Yeah.
I just have one thing to say. I think it would also be beneficial if the comprehensive plan were divided by district, so we had some idea of what might be going on in our district, for instance, Union Village versus Slatersville versus Forestdale. If that could be divvied up on the website, in the town, it might be easier for people to have some idea of what changes might take place in our various districts that we live in. And I don't know whether that's too much to ask, or, maybe we could do it through Cynthia's group.
Yeah, I just want to say that I think there's a framework in state law for the comp plans and how they're put together, right? And so the planning board over the past year and a half took the very product that Cynthia was involved with when she was on the planning board, and that's what we work with, and the planning board has come up with a draft. It's on the website. I would ask that the people, your contacts, read what's on the website. I'd like to try to keep working from what the planning board already produced. That's my only concern. So if we can do that, then it's productive, and we can do it pretty quickly. I think that's good. So I can't, there are particular things, redevelopment districts and such. I can't stand here and say that, yes, we're going to divide the town up into districts, but read what's on the website, and then we will work your thoughts into that. That's what that'll work good.
Thank you.
Okay, so Anyway, so we're moving into the 15th.
Yep.
Okay. It was a motion, right? Yeah. Number 6, zoning ordinance amendments, section 5.5, dimensional regulations. This is also a public hearing, and this is a first reading. Is there anybody up here that would like to be heard on?
I'll just give you some background on the ordinance and read the
Yeah, you can just come on up, that'd be great.
Okay, so Scott Lang, I'm on the ordinance committee, also on the planning board. Just to give you a little bit of background, this started, I think over 2 years ago. There was some concern about the way that the accessory buildings were being built in one particular location in town. It kind of got on the back burner with the ordinance committee because we were doing turbine ordinances and solar ordinances and all this stuff. So it's finally got to your agenda today. What we were looking at is to make better sense of the accessory building ordinance. The general intent of the ordinance, as we could see it, is to regulate what accessory buildings can be built on a property. And you want to give people, of course, the chance to use their property as they see fit. But the other concern is that they don't encroach on their neighbors when they do so. And we thought we could do a slightly better job of the way the ordinance is written, because as it was written, if you have a large piece of property, you can build a huge accessory building very close to the edge of your property. And essentially encroaching on your neighbor's view from his property, I mean, up in the skyline and both across the horizon. And so what we did is we used a little bit of geometry to say, okay, there have to be some reasonable limits to the view that you cause to your neighbor's property. And that's what this was all about.
Takes into account a slope of the terrain as well, which,
Yeah, it counts the slope of the terrain, because if your property is higher than the neighbor's property, then you have to take that into consideration. So you're not blocking their horizon as much as if you're below them. And again, it was to balance the ability to develop your property, to do things on it for your own purposes, versus the inhibiting your neighbor's view both vertically and horizontally. And so, if you have a big piece of property, you can still build a huge building, but you can't build it right 10 foot on the line next to your neighbor. And so you just set it back more, and you don't block your neighbor's view.
Okay. Anybody else want to be heard on this? Okay, this is also first reading.
Correct.
motion to continue, Mr. President, what would be a,
You want to talk about?
I'm sorry,
Scott, would it be okay to, you guys, we continue to this same date as the, what was it, the second? Stonewalls?
Yeah, that's absolutely good. We can do that for both.
say, yeah, one trip.
Yeah,
Kill two birds with one stone, right?
correct.
All right, we'll do that. So motion to continue the public hearing to October 2nd. That's the motion.
Yep, second, Mr. President.
Roll call.
Mrs. Bottomoli? Yes. Mr. McGee? Yes. Mrs. O'Hara? Mr. Zwolenski?
Yes.
Mr. Biragad?
Yes. Okay, discussion by council vote or other action on the consent agenda. All items listed in this section are considered in one motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless the council so requests, in which event that item will be removed from the consent agenda. Would anybody like anything removed from the consent agenda for further discussion? Hearing none, I will entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
So moved, Mr. President.
Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call.
Mrs. Bottomoli? Yes. Mr. McGee? Mrs. O'Hara? Yes. Mr. Zwolenski?
Yes.
Mr. Biragad?
Yes. Old business. Discussion by council or other action on update by the Municipal Building Review Task Force. Mr. Wagner.
Mr. President, members of the council, I'll give you a quick update on where we sit with our municipal building project. We have advertised, we've received 5 bids on July 28th. Right now, Sakosha and Associates is evaluating the qualifications of them, see if they qualify. We're planning right now to have a bid opening on Thursday, September 20th, 5:30 at Kennel Bean. And then Sakosha will continue his evaluation. We've also met with the town planner about a grant under the Historic Commission or something where we have to meet Department of Interior standards. We're continuing that process right now. It's about $15,000 to $20,000. So we're going to be working with Sakosha and whoever the successful bidder is to pursue that, to try to make sure that the specifications meet Department of Interior so that we will be eligible for that grant. And then we're just hoping that the town is continuing to pursue a grant for that generator for Kendall Bean, so whether it be through the administrator's office or the town planner or wherever. So we sit at this time.
Thank you.
Any questions?
Yes. Can I ask why those bids weren't open? Were all the bidders there one day, I heard? They were there to opening of the bids? Is that true?
Correct.
And we decided we weren't going to open the bids in front of them?
No, it's not correct.
Tell me what's correct.
The way it was spec'd out and it was advertised, because you're hiring an architect or an engineer, it has to be based on their qualifications. Can't be just based on price. That's why it was an RFQP. So we've issued that. And right now, Sakosha is evaluating those qualifications. They need to meet a certain score in order to have their bid open.
And everyone knew that?
They all knew that.
Okay.
And so then there will be a public bid open scheduled for Thursday.
Okay, that's came to me and I wanted you to explain that. Thank you.
It's not, this isn't not a public hearing.
I was at bid opening. The bidders did not know that. They were arguing why you want to do it.
We're not gonna get into back and forth, it's not a public
They
hearing.
submitted sealed bids.
We're just
They
getting.
submitted sealed bids, if I'm correct. The finance director has the sealed bids. She still retains possession of them. She will be opening them Thursday at 5:30. All the bidders have been notified, correct?
Thank you, Mr. Adams.
Mr. President, I received the text. I'm going to be excusing myself from this meeting. I have to return home, so.
Okay, hope everything's okay.
Thank you. Yeah, it's fine. It's okay. Thank you for your indulgence.
Okay, we took B on the whole business of the agenda. And we're going to move on to C. Discussion by council vote of the action on report regarding motor vehicle registrations. Mr. Ezovski.
I had asked Chief Reynolds to be here. He was here earlier tonight, unfortunately, apparently he had to leave.
No, that was a misunderstanding because we thought that because we took the other agenda item on that.
He would have given you reports.
You want to continue? Okay. Okay, we already did this one. Now the new business, we already took care of A early on. Discussion by council vote of action on resignation from the Planning Board and Economic Development Commission from Mr. Benoit. Resignation letter is in my package. Here it is. I will entertain a motion to accept his resignation.
Second.
Second. Any discussion? Roll call,
I
please.
think we should just send up a letter of
I think that's a
thanks
great idea.
for all
For
his
his time.
I think
years.
that's a good idea. We'll send him a letter of appreciation for his service. Okay. Do we have a motion to accept the letter and send the
Letter and send a letter of thank you.
the motion? Good.
Second.
Roll call.
Ms. Bottomoli?
Yes.
Mr. McGee?
Yes.
Mrs. O'Hara? Yes. Mr. Biragad?
Yes. Discussion by council vote on other action on a master price agreement for tree and shrub trimming and removal. That was from Mr. Pendergast, but I'll handle that one off. Give me a second. I'll entertain a motion to accept this master price agreement.
Second, or so moved.
Is there a second?
Second?
Any discussion on this? Roll call, please.
Mrs. Bottomoli? Yes. Mr. McGee?
Yes.
Mrs. O'Hara?
Yes.
Mr. Biragad?
Yes. Did we do D yet?
Yes.
Please. Oh.
Discussion by council vote on other action on award of contract for highway department crack sealing.
Are we from Brock?
Jesus. Oh, the Jesus, I called you the Jesus.
He did. You know what it is?
Did you really?
I know exactly
We don't
what it
have all
is.
these
There was somebody that I
brothers.
knew years ago who pronounced it that way.
It's also from that.
Mr. President, this is an annual event where we use the master price agreement to be able to continue our crack sealing process at the numbers that are indicated.
Okay. Motion to accept?
So moved.
Second.
Second?
Roll call?
Mrs. Bottomoli? Yes. Mr. McGee?
Yes.
Mrs. O'Hara?
Yes.
Mr. Biragad?
Yes. Discussion by council vote on other action on abatements.
If you want to review them, if you have any questions, Sarah kind of filled me in all the scenarios, so if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them.
Anybody have any questions? Seconds? Motion to approve?
Motion?
Second?
Second.
Roll call?
Mrs. Bottomoli? Yes. Mr. McGee? Mrs. O'Hara?
Yes.
Mr. Biragad?
Yes. Discussion by council vote on the action on fiscal year 2018 proposed items to committed town council reservations. Mrs. DeJesus.
I'm asking the council to move over 36,000 into the approved committed town council reservations that you all had approved in the beginning of August. It was due to an accounting error that I had done on the capital budget, so I'm asking to rectify it by moving it to the reservations.
Okay. Anybody have any questions? Motion to accept?
Make motion to accept.
Okay, second.
Second.
Roll call?
Mrs. Bottomoli? Yes. Mr. McGee?
Yes.
Mrs. O'Hara?
Yes.
Mr. Biragad?
Yes. Motion to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?